Blessed and grateful day, getting in the workout session, knocking it out. Happy Tuesday. Ready to go ahead and dive into a special week. A week full of more growth, more transformation. And today's topic, we're diving into another good one. This is something that I wanted to go and push up onto the surface for everybody because I know this is a piece that we all grow through. Right? When you look at anybody's journey, there's nobody that you can show me that didn't have a little bit of trials and tribulations along the course of that way. So I want to just give this message for everybody to just give a little bit of a reminder that our circumstances right now, no matter what it may seem like, they don't dictate our future. So love it, love it. Let me know. That is the title for today. What is everybody grateful for coming into the Tuesday? Grateful to be alive, for the family, for the air, beautiful day in Florida, for the access, for the wisdom, for the knowledge, and most importantly, for each of you, right? I learned a long time ago, we go fast by ourselves, but we go far with a team, with a family. So I never take that for granted. And here's the topic for today. I wanted to just put onto the surface, because I've seen a lot of energy, to say the least, going all over, right? Where people are experiencing different things. Some people have health issues. Some people are going through things financially. Some things are going through things mentally with their creator, right? It's a tough time right now. We're living inside of a recession. We're living inside of a time where things are changing, things are shifting. And at the end of the day, mental health has never been more important than right now. So when I was living out of my car, 30K in debt, and I had no job, it took me realizing that I didn't have to let my circumstances, where I was living, showering at freaking LA Fitness, eating out, McDonald's and barely having anything to eat. I understood that my circumstances right now were not going to dictate my future and where I was going. That timing was only temporary. So if you feel like things are heavy right now, if you feel like, there might be a burden inside of your life, what is the lesson? What is there we can learn from it? Because here's one of the biggest tips that I can give you that really changed the game for me. You know what it was? Think about like a car. You see, what happens when a car starts to go wrong? Do you guys notice it? Can you hear when the brakes are starting to go out? Can you maybe feel when we need to get our oil changed? You see, God, our body, they do have a way in kind of giving us a heads up, maybe when things are going wrong. Just like a car, when it starts squeaking, that might be a good time to go ahead and take it to the mechanic shop, to go ahead and check if our fluids are correct, to see if our alignment is actually okay. But you see, the same thing happens in our life when maybe we hear some things that are off, or we feel some things that are off, and we don't make any changes. And what happens to a car if we hear that something's wrong and we don't do anything about it? You tell me. Have you guys ever went too long without getting an oil change? I'll tell you what happened to me, right? When I needed an oil change and I kept putting it off and I kept hearing that something was wrong, my engine eventually blew. And I ended up having to spend way more money than I would have had to spend had I just taken care of it along the way. So the lesson was this, right? If you feel like something is off, if you feel like you're just not right internally, that might be a sign that maybe we need to take some time to pour into ourselves. And we can start asking questions. How am I eating? Am I actually going to the gym? Am I taking time to listen to personal development? Maybe even reading some books. Maybe even taking some time to go out and meditate by the water. You feel like you've had headaches. You feel like you've been groggy. You feel like you just have had no drive or any motivation. I can tell you right now, there's 3 things to go ahead and get ourselves back in the mood and back in the groove of really going and feeling like we have that drive again. If you guys want to feel that drive, if you've been feeling off, let me see some 3s down below, because I know I'm not the only one. This is how life, we all go through cycles, right? Nobody's perfect. Nobody's on fire every single day. There's no way. Even the greats, whether we're talking about Michael Jordan, the Oprah Winfreys, the Leonardo DiCaprios, everybody has their days, right? Where they feel a little bit off. And here's 3 things to go ahead and get everybody back on track. It's this. Number 1, this is from Tony Robbins. He calls it the 3-piece trifecta. The first piece to go ahead and get that drive back, he talks about, is doing something physical. Maybe going to the gym. Maybe going for a walk. Maybe going out and just getting in some sun, a little bit of exercise. Doing something physical. Because if you think about standing water, what happens if water is sitting if it's sitting for a long time? It's gonna get stagnant. It's gonna get moldy. It's gonna get a little bit disgusting. But here's what you start to notice. When the running water is moving, it's clear, right? Same thing with our body. So it takes us being able to go out and move around a little bit if you've been feeling off. The second thing, number one is physical. Number two, he talks about what is the focus? What is the focus that we're focusing on every single day? Are we focusing on our goals? Are we focusing on our vision? Or are we focusing on maybe what's wrong in the past? I know a lot of us, it's easy to get caught up in the rear view mirror, everything that's gone wrong in the past, and we think the past is going to dictate our future, where we're going. So when you start taking the focus off of what's going wrong, and we can take the focus on what's going right, the energy changes, the frequency completely shifts. So that's number two. That's my question. Where is the focus for today? Are we focused on social media? Are we focused on distractions? Like, is there a new distraction coming up? It seems like every 30 minutes inside of your day. This is huge, right? Where focus goes, energy flows. Okay, number three. Hey, you've been to a seminar, tourist? I love to see it. That's huge. I love it. Me too. Game changing. Number three, here's the third piece that Tony Robbins talks about. Number one is going to be physical change. Number two is going to be the focus. What are we focusing on? And number three is going to be the language. What is the language that we're speaking day to day? Are we speaking success? Are we speaking faith? Are we speaking hope? Are we speaking love? Or are we speaking about how nothing seems to be going out in our favor? Seems like everything is just going wrong. You ever heard of Murphy's Law? Right? There's a reason why that exists, because again, what we focus on grows. So if things are going wrong in life, quote unquote, realize that nothing is either good or bad. It's only what we make it. Think about it. Our bad situation today could be somebody's dream out in Nigeria, where they don't have food to eat today. They don't have a shelter when it's going to be raining and pouring on their 3-year-old children. So everything is good or bad compared to what and compared to who? Focus, language, and meaning. And number three is moving around, getting a little bit physical. So I love to see it. Lovely. Let's go. Yes, breathing is huge. Actually, yeah, I'll leave you guys with a breathing tip, okay? This is called the box method. If you feel like you've been nervous, if you feel like you've been a little bit off during the day, try this technique. It's called the box breathing technique, the 4x4. And basically you inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 1 second, and then let it go for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds slowly. Exhale slower than you inhale, and it's gonna reset your brain. It's gonna give you more oxygen, and it's gonna reset your nervous system. Why do you think athletes, think about a professor at the free throw line, before they take every free throw, what do? And then they shoot it. Why? Because it resets the nervous system. So just a little hack anybody can go out and use for the day. But I love you, fam. Anything you need, we got your back all day long. Let me know. Oh, went to the Hilton 2 nights for free. I love that. Hey, let's definitely connect. I would love to go ahead and get a DM so we can share some mindsets. But yes, anything you need, fam, I'm here for you. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything. We can hold it in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. Let's get some exercise. Let's change the focus, and let's shift the language to nothing but growth, abundance, and blessings. You already know the best is yet to come, fam. It's game time. Let's go.